Hi, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. Today I'm going to go ahead and start some plum jam. I was gifted about 4 bags, I ate some of them, of some plums, and they're really nice sized plums. These are only half of it. But what I'm going to do is make my plum jam a little bit differently than what I saw done last night. I'll link her page and above. Carolyn, she's very, very nice, and my sister made some, and she says she loves her blackberry jam. She says, but she thinks this almost tastes better. Now, obviously, I can't taste. My husband will tell me if it tastes good or not. Once in a while, he does like to take peanut butter and jelly to work. So, so far, he liked all the jellies I've made, so this might not be any different. But I won't be doing mine on the stovetop like Carolyn and my sister does, because I have that ball GM jelly maker. So I'm going to be doing that. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring you over here. I'm going to run these through the 13 cup KitchenAid, and I actually have a dicer attachment on the top, so these are going to come out in like dices, and that's how I want to start mine. I know they'll break down in the cooking process of making it in the jam maker. However, I want to go ahead and do it this way just because I want to, and it's my kitchen, so I will. So I'll go ahead and get this started here. Put these thrown in here. I love this food processor. It's by far my most favorite. And when I was saying chopping blade, anybody who's been following me probably has seen it already. But you can see the blade in there. And that is what, there's like a little whirligig that goes in there, and that's what makes it into diced. It works very well, like I said. I have a KitchenAid stand mixer with the attachment on there, but it's actually a smaller one than what this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my measuring cup. I'm going to find out how many cups of fruit I have, and I'll bring you back once I hook up that jam and jelly maker. Alright, I'm not for sure if you can see this or not, but there's there's a jam and there's a jelly button down here. Because I'm lazy the way I am, I don't like standing over the stove or anything, but they have like this nice little paddle thing that stirs the jam and jelly, so it makes it very nice. So I will find out. There's like 4, probably gonna be like about 8 cups. So what you do is, for every cup of fruit, you're going to go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of sugar. Let me get this going, and then I can, so I will end up needing 4 cups of sugar for this. Let me get this kind of spread out. Now, I'm not going to add the pectin because plums will put out its own pectin to make this thick. And this is pretty much like, seriously, a throw the stuff in there, walk away, it beeps, and then you can it. So I'll go ahead and hit the jam button. And I'm going to do like the 30 minutes because I want this to cook down some. And go ahead and hit enter. Now what happens is This usually just starts twirling here. I know I have it on there, right? Let me figure out what's going on here. Okay, there it goes. I didn't have it pushed down as far enough. You know what I think I'm going to have to do is take out 4 cups of it, because it might be just too heavy. It's too much of a batch. So let me do that real quick. Alright, that's definitely what it was. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get out 2 cups of sugar, because what's going to happen is this is going to beep, and it's going to tell me to add the sugar, and you don't add the sugar until it tells you to add the sugar. I am making a big old mess everywhere. So what's going to happen is I will have 2 batches, but what I'll do is I will can these together. Which will all work out. But I like this, how it kind of just like stirs everything and just makes everything so nice. So, because I've never made jam or jellies on the stove, but I guess you have to just pretty much be very mindful and watch it and stir it and stir it, and I don't like to do that. So this comes out very handy. I think like the 5+ years ago when I bought it, this was about $100. It might not be that price anymore. It could be more. I don't know. But definitely you can't overfill it, as you can see, especially on something that's heavier. And this should be beeping almost any time here. But I don't know for sure if you can hear that. It's actually like, I'm not saying sizzling, but it's like sizzling, warming up the fruit. Okay, the beep, 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 beep like that means add the sugar. So I'll go ahead and add the sugar. Spoon, get the rest of this out of there. And then what's going to happen is it's going to stir all that sugar in there. It will just keep working it. Like I said, I added more time to this because I wanted the plums to cook down. And all you got to do pretty much is put your lid on and you walk away. And I'll be back. Alright, the time has expired. And I came out here. I don't know for sure if you can see this. It's not super, super thick. I know it will thicken in the jar still, so I'm not overly worried right now, but I'm going to wait till I run the second batch to, if I have to put this in a pan to actually cook this longer. Now what happens is this has to actually cool down before you can start another batch. So I'll go ahead and let this cool. I'll start the second batch. I'll bring you back once both batches are done, and then what I did decide to do. Alright, we're back. And this is how thick this is, which is just going to probably thicken again while it's actually being canned and as it sets. So what I did is I just put the two batches together, and I am just going to go ahead and fill these. These are actually like the half pint like jelly jars, but they're just cuter. I like them. I like to put my jellies actually in the squattier one for whatever reason. I have 6 containers out. I don't know how many it's going to fit. And then it's going to depend on how many I have as far as what canner I'm going to go ahead and can these in. Now I'm leaving this at like 1-inch headspace. I think if I have 5, maybe the 6 will fit, I'm not for sure. The 5 will fit in my Instapot. Instapot Max, which is a canner for canning. It's, yeah, you can use it as a regular Instapot too, but yeah. And I think probably what's going to happen is I'll have the 5 and probably the rest of this will probably go, unless this actually fills it, which I don't know, we'll see. If this doesn't, no, which it's not, this will just go in the refrigerator and my husband will just eat out of this. So I will go ahead and get the Instapot Max out. I'll wipe off the rims and stuff and get this going, and I'll bring you back once the canning process is done. Alright, looks like we got the 5 pints, or half pints, excuse me, of the plum jam. And what's going to happen is the other one that's not full is actually in the refrigerator. My husband will go ahead and try that one. We will let this set there on the counter, let that cool, get it washed off, get it named, and put it on the for long-term storage. And so anyways, I do want to thank I guess it's Mama Byard. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I probably slaughtered it. And my sister Kris over at my sister over at City Girl Homestead. I'll tag both of them in down below. My sister did a video maybe a couple weeks ago where Carolyn did the video. I think it was last night. I mean, obviously it's done differently, but you know, that's one thing about canning, that's one thing about preserving, that's one thing about doing things, is you don't have to do everything the same to get the different, you know, as long as your end product is still the same and it's safe. So anyways, thank you very much for stopping by. I'll tag them down below so you can watch their 2 videos on how they did it. And thank you for stopping by. You have a very blessed and wonderful day.